everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Final Walkthrough. I'm Johnny Noriega. Very excited for the special guest we have in the building today. He is a business professional, insurance agent, and a dear friend of mine, Rudy Magdaleno. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Good, bro. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You know what? It's been a long time coming. I know we've talked about having you on for a little while.
Yeah.
But then you had your transition into becoming a full-blown agent.
Yeah.
So I wanted to start with that right out of the gate. You are now a full-blown agent. You have your own office. Congratulations. We just celebrated your grand opening a few days ago out of Joliet. Talk to me a little bit about how that came to be. You were doing insurance before, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, so how did that get started?
Yeah, I was working for another insurance company before this, right? So I did that for almost 4 years for that company.
Yeah.
Then before that, I worked for a brokerage for a whole year during COVID. And then, just after doing this for such a while, I finally built the confidence to open up my own agency.
Yeah, that's pretty great, man. I know a lot of insurance producers, right? They're not agents, producers. I don't know if you knew, but I used to work for an insurance company as well. And it crosses my mind. I'm sure it crosses their minds as far as like what it takes to make that leap and make that jump. And the biggest thing was, like, at least for me, was the clientele.
Correct.
Like, no one knows who you are. You're working for somebody, so it might come a little easier, but when you're doing it on your own, it just becomes a little tougher. But you've come out of the gate swinging, man. I mean, you're already, I think you mentioned since June, right? You started?
Yeah, I started in June 1st.
Started June 1st, and you've already been reaching like #1 in the state levels.
Yeah, so in my district, I've been #1 since I started.
That's amazing, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I hit the floor running.
Yeah.
I prepared myself for this moment since I left.
So I feel a lot of people look at that and they question it, right? Like, how do you just, from doing this for a few years to hitting the ground running? Because I meet a lot of people that have maybe been doing this 5, 6, 7, 10 years, right? I'm on the lending side, same thing. I meet people 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 years doing this. What is the one or two things that might have maybe helped you kind of get to that level? Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. So one of the things that has been a big plus on that has been that I've been social networking for a good while, So I built a team of like referral partners, from dealerships to realtors to lenders to even like relationships with people. Like I think I've made a good impact on clients that I've helped already, and I have contacts with them, but they have my information, so they reach out to me still just for questions.
Yeah.
So I just took the leap of faith. I knew it was time.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it since last year, but I decided to do it this year, and honestly, it worked out. It's been working out the way I pictured it.
And I think a lot of the times too, people maybe from the outside looking in are like, "Is it just you?" Because I feel like when you say things like #1 in the state, like, bro, that's and can we shout out your company?
Oh yeah, thank you. So it's American Family Insurance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So talk to me about your squad. Like, do you have, for yourself, do you have a team members, or what's their roles in helping you build?
So I started by myself from home the first month, and then one of my buddies, he helped me out get a spot here in the Joliet area, which we just had our integration for it. And I just hired one person. He started with me August 1st. And so he's been in training with me at the same time selling. And then I just hired a second person, which that person will start on October 1st as well.
Nice.
It's actually, her name is Stephanie.
Very cool.
Good friend of mine.
So as of today, right, team of three.
Team of three.
And
with my wife also as well.
Oh,
yeah, she's been helping me a little bit.
Part of the business too? Yeah. Okay. Is it tough to delegate?
With my wife?
No.
Okay.
Just in general. Because I look at it with like, I have a team of 3, right? I have Aaron, Jose, myself. And before it was just me. I took the loan app, I ran credit, I collected the documents, I sent the pre-approval, contract, closing conditions, go to the closing. And now it's like,
honestly, that's been the hardest part about starting a business. Because selling, that's almost natural to me.
Yeah.
Building, like, just giving somebody like the trust to be able to talk to a client like the way I would want them to, So what I've been doing is just having him sit next to me so he can learn as best as he can. And that's Julian, by the way. I want to give him a shout out. He's been a great employee. He's been a great, what do you call it? Addition to the team.
Yeah.
So he's been doing great. Yeah. He actually got like his 4th sale today. He just texted me about it before
Nice.
we got here. So
That's awesome.
He's excited. Yeah, that's the way I've been delegating that. Just letting him listen to me. I've been letting him quote and then just letting him do his own thing a little bit now. That's been the hardest part, just allowing him to do it on his own because I don't want him to mess up, you know. But
Yeah.
we got to let him mess up. So
The growing
that's the
pains.
hard part. Yeah,
the growing pains.
the growing pains.
I can totally relate to that. And I feel like a lot of people in our industry, that's almost the fear or what's stopping them.
Correct.
To getting to that next level of production.
Correct.
Because, I mean, you're only one person, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'll, you know, even today, because you're still building, right?
Right.
I'll see you at like 8, 9 o'clock, still kind of grinding it out.
Yeah.
And I think the goal eventually is to get in a position where the machine kind of continues to run, but you're okay being home at 6, 7 o'clock. You know what I
Correct.
mean? And
That would be
still
ideal.
having a team and getting them excited and believing in like what you're trying to accomplish. So shout out to you for that, man, because
Thanks.
it's tough. It's tough because I'll be honest with you, I don't think anyone will love your business and devote as much time to it as you will.
Yeah.
And same with me, right?
Correct, yeah.
So anyone that you bring on, you have to kind of get it in your head, like, you know, there's got to be some sort of, obviously, like their incentives to get paid, things like that. But the love for it that we have for our baby is only with us.
Yeah, you know, you can't really teach that.
Right.
You know, even when I worked for someone else, I still had that mentality. Like, I didn't think about, like, hey, I'm working for someone and I'm making them all this money. I was really thinking about the growth that I was getting from working after hours and everything that, you know, I wanted to accomplish in the future by doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's actually a good point to make, because I feel like sometimes a lot of people, they want to skip that entry level position and just shoot right to the top, which for sure keep your eye on the price, but
Right.
man, have you know, be proud of the work that you do, right? Even if it's entry level, even if
Right.
it is working for someone, like I say, bust your butt, put your all into it, because, you know, thankfully in this position or in this field, I should say, it's not like corporate-y where you get a promotion or you get this. Like, if you put your all into it, eventually you're going to have to do it yourself and start
Correct.
your own. So yeah, that's a good way to look at it. So you're in Joliet now. You have your Joliet presence, right? What's the goal of the next like 3 to 5 years? What are you looking to accomplish?
So, yeah, I got the Joliet location now. And then starting the year 2025, January 1st, I'm also going to be taking over another agency, you know.
No way,
that's
what?
been planned for a while. That was the main goal, actually. Like, that was what I was supposed to do.
Okay.
But I wanted to open up an agency here in Joliet. You
Yeah.
know, this is where all my friends are, my family, and everyone I know in
Yeah.
this area.
How long have you been in the like Joliet area?
I moved here when I was 13 years old.
Oh, no way.
So it's been a good while. You
Yeah.
know?
So this is all you've known then, city
Correct. Like
area wise.
yeah, like all my networks are here.
Yeah.
So it just made sense to just open up like a satellite,
Yeah.
but it's gonna end up working.
I'm
out
thinking
this
about
way.
I'm thinking about that too. My corporate office is in Downers Grove, and I've been like hinting at it a little bit.
I know I've been telling you about it too.
With like management, but it's like I feel like the location is one of the biggest things, and then just pulling the trigger on it, you know.
Yeah.
Because then once you kind of have your own office, and it's like,
Honestly, that's what it is, because even when Ulysses was helping me,
Yeah.
it was like between getting like just a small desk
Mm-hmm.
or just pulling the trigger and going all in.
oh, okay, so you're like a satellite office versus like a full blown.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
The numbers seem right to me, and I pulled the trigger. And honestly, I would be willing to upgrade even after that now.
Oh,
you know?
okay. All right. So Lisa's helped you find your spot?
He did, yeah.
Is that your favorite realtor who you work with?
That's questionable.
On the spot. You know what I should have done? I should have brought like you know how like the late night show hosts, they have that game where they put like the raw meat and the like the cow eyeballs, and then be like, all right, you answer the question or you take a bite.
I'm biting.
Yeah, right.
No, Lisa's he's the boy, bro.
No, shout out to him, bro. He knows his stuff. Yeah, so that's the goal. Hopefully, maybe I'll have something towards the end of the year, if not into next year, because that's similar, man. I kind of want to grow like you're growing and kind of add more people and just kind of take over, man.
I feel like once you get it, if you end up doing it, like you know what you got to do to get the bills paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just gonna have to work
That's
harder.
the other thing too. Then you got that P&L I got to be put on, and then it's like you got to make the rent and then the utilities, and it's like
yeah, because now I got to be thinking about that Winthrop Harbor location that I'm taking over, which is borderline Wisconsin, Illinois.
oh yeah.
So that's far up north.
Will you have to divide your time between being up there and down here, or is it
Not necessarily.
okay?
But I do have to be out there, once, or maybe like twice a month.
Well, if anyone that's watching lives where is it?
Winthrop Harbor, that's right by Waukegan.
Winthrop Harbor, Waukegan area.
Yeah, that's up north. So I'm gonna have an office manager there.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. You mentioned wife also helps you out in the business. How is that? How's that dynamic with like you're the boss at at the office, and then she's the boss at home, or is she the boss in both?
We have this conversation at home. I'm like, when we're at the office, I'm your boss, so you can't tell me what to do.
But the minute we get home, she's gonna remember all the things you said.
No, she just gives me this stink eye at work. Like, if I'm asking her like to do something, and sometimes like I don't realize like I'm asking for.
Hey,
it.
can you pick that up, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, not that bad. I'd be like, hey Jay, can you call that person?
Yeah.
We're at work. We're like, and I could be nicer, I guess, about it, but that's just like.
Or you'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go to lunch. I'll be back.
Sometimes I'm doing like 2-3 things at the same time,
Right,
so I'm just trying to like move along.
Yeah.
But no, it's been working out so far.
Good.
It's like in a test
phase.
Right?
We don't know if
phase.
we're gonna come on full time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? She's been very helpful, and I appreciate her.
For sure.
I love her so much. At home, she's even in the office. She's a great mother. She's a great wife. I couldn't ask for a better.
How long
partner.
have you been married?
I've been married 6 years now.
6 years. And you have kids, right?
Yeah, 2 daughters.
2 daughters. Twins. Everyone calls them twins.
They think they're twins because they're like almost the same height.
I always hear
there's a
twins
year and a
word.
half difference between
Oh, okay.
them. Yeah.
Everywhere we go, man, there's always like, son gemelas. They're twins. They're twins.
Yeah, my wife likes dressing them alike, but they have 2 different.
That's what it is.
They have 2 different personalities too.
Yeah, and you know what, man? They warm up quick because I remember when I first met them, like kids, right? They'll shy, but next thing you know, they're like playing and hanging out and talking to you and helping out. So that's awesome. When it comes to the work as a whole, what do you look at as like the biggest struggle that's coming up with growing the team? Is it just that fact that you're growing the team and maintaining the productivity, or what do you see as like your biggest struggle?
It is.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah, adjusting to having to share your workload with someone else. Mm-hmm. Again, just building that confidence to allow them to do it. Mm-hmm. Today I let Julian do it all on his own. I stepped in a little bit, but didn't take over.
Little by little.
Just little by little.
Yeah.
So that's just been the biggest hurdle for me. But other than that, I don't really see it as like a big issue or anything like that.
You also play a big part in helping your referral partners grow.
That's right.
When it comes to like just little things like being a part of like little activities or like big events.
Yeah, I try to be there for them.
I assume that's a awesome part of the job, right?
That is part of the job. A lot of people might not see it that way because it might not be like your 9 to 5. You're sitting in the office, but I want to say that's about 50% of the work. Yeah. 50% is being in the office, closing deals, and then the other 50% is being out there and meeting people, meeting new people. Yeah. Everyone is a prospect. Anybody. Like right now, I'm going to sell insurance to the guys back there. Yeah, Enrique is your number one to go to. Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you with the life insurance.
Oh, and his wife's here.
Oh, yeah.
So we can get them all in one.
Little family plan.
That's what this was. This was an insurance appointment, FYI.
No, I'm just kidding.
But that's, you know what? I wanted to ask you, because I sometimes get that. Do you get like when people watch your stories and like you're at events, like a ball game or something, they're like, bro, do you work? Do you even like,
dude, what do you do?
How do I do that?
With our business, it's a little bit different,
Sometimes I don't want to post. Is that weird? Because
you're scared of getting judged already.
I don't like it when people assume that like, oh, this guy, I'm not gonna call him. He's at a freaking baseball game. I don't want to call him.
I can see what you're.
Yeah.
No, but everywhere we're at, like we're always meeting new people, and they're the ones that are going to be buying or asking questions or whatever.
That's true.
So we're advisors. for sure, at all times.
You're right. Even if they get mad, they don't want to work. There's more people.
You know what? You probably see like a lot of my stories, and sometimes they're like not serious.
You know what? If you haven't, okay, I want you guys to follow Rudy. What's your handle on Instagram?
On Instagram? You know what? I'm not that big on Instagram.
Facebook, right?
I'm bigger on Facebook, and I should be bigger on Instagram.
Yeah.
Facebook, I'm just under Rudy Magdaleno. You'll find
Rudy
me.
Magdaleno. Just type whatever you're doing right now.
I have an Inspector Gadget.
Open up another
jacket.
tab and type in Rudy Magdaleno, and half of the stuff that this man posts.
It's not even like business. It's just memes and funny stories and making fun of my friends.
And sometimes, all right, so a little bit about me. I'm a little bit of a no sabo kid.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll look at that post and I don't know what this is.
I don't understand.
I don't know. So I send it to like Ulises or somebody. I'd be like, hey, can you,
No way.
can you tell me what this means?
Yeah, no, half the time it's, but you know what?
It attracts people though.
It does attract people.
Conversations.
And people just slide in my
Can
DM.
we, you know what? I'm gonna do a quick search.
Okay.
But while I'm doing this, it does help, right?
It does.
It does help
it's
with
helped a lot.
continuing the conversation, getting referral partners.
It does.
Because I do see some of the ones you recently met start to kind of interact with you.
Yeah.
Right?
They find it. I feel like they find the confidence to go ahead and DM me, like if they've known me for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So then they start asking questions about their personal insurance or whatever questions they might have, and you know, I've done it for a while since I've worked at the other company, so I don't think I'm ever gonna stop. I'm gonna have to find an admin or someone to do it for me at some point.
Like this one, we got Mexican Independence Day coming up. Dice, no es necesario que le pongan bandera a sus trocas. Nada más bajen los vídeos.
Oh, shit. Yeah, stuff like that.
So
Come on, man.
And you know what? I kept scrolling because some of the stuff I was like, I'm not gonna read that on there. But you guys, you know, scroll through and watch his stuff. It's hilarious. I love it.
I love Facebook, bro.
Yeah, Facebook too. And then your motivation, your buenos dias, hay que echarle ganas.
That's
you know?
that's my friend Elsa with her motivational.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She gives
I do the funny motivational ones, and then she does the serious
Inspirational.
ones. Does inspirational with a guy like in the mountains doing some weird stuff. I'm sorry.
We need the quote of the day, man.
We need the quote of the
We
day.
need it. We need it.
Shout out to Elsa.
Shout out to
Elsa.
Esla.
She's right now in the Dominican Republic, right?
She is. She loves to party hard, work hard.
Yeah,
So, you know, maybe one day we'll be there. You know,
for sure.
we do have a trip we're pending, right? We're still going?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. All right, I want to switch gears a little bit, man. So as hard as you work in the insurance field,
Yeah.
there's also a passion that you have,
Yeah.
a love for, and
I
that's
do.
music.
Yeah, besides my family and insurance.
Oh, right. Besides your wife and your kids
Yeah.
and your family, and talk to me about, because I assume that has a longer track history than insurance, right?
Yeah, I've been a musician for, I don't even know if you call it musician. I'm like one of those half musicians, because it's not like I went to school and learned music. Like I
But
just,
do most, like, in your field do that? No, right?
you mean like insurance? Like becoming
The type of music that you play, right? What's your genre?
It's right now it's sierreño, but I've done norteño for a few years as well. You know,
Yeah.
so Mexican regional music is
Okay.
what I've been playing for a while.
Okay.
I've been playing music for 9 years now. Like I want to say professionally,
Really?
because we gig in front of people and we get paid
Sure.
for it. We get paid for it. I think that also helped too, like with my network.
Okay.
'Cause a lot of those, I don't really pivot to those clients because I'm always on the go. Like I'm always going from one gig to the next.
Yeah.
But a lot of those people will follow me, like the band, and then they'll see me that I'm part of the band, so they'll
Yeah.
friend request me, and then they'll send me messages.
So it helps with business.
It does help, yeah.
All right, we're gonna switch some gears.
Oh,
If it helps with business, I want to ask: can I be a new member of your band?
you know how to play any instrument,
I don't.
even if it's just a.
You know
triangle.
what? I used to play the trumpet in grade school.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother plays the saxophone.
You know what? Now that I'm looking at you, bro, Tony was right.
What?
You do
About
look
what?
like a coyote. Bro.
You know what? I'm glad that 90% of the people watching this don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's not the coyote that you're thinking about. It's the
Yeah,
Mexican banda coyote.
Yeah, don't Google it. If you want to be friends with me, don't Google who that is. But you know what, man? Like when I see you play,
Yeah.
and then especially even like the last time we hung out, we did like karaoke.
Yeah.
Like that's an amazing talent to have.
Thank you. Yeah.
You said you didn't go to school with it.
No.
You just God-given talent or what?
I don't know if it's God given because even when I started, I really sucked. So
Really?
Yeah, it was terrible. And to this day, I don't consider myself a good musician, or I'm just really hard on myself.
All right, don't be that humble, bro. You got. I see you on
humble.
YouTube. I see you in live. I see you live.
Didn't
bro.
you see my status today?
You're good. No, what
About
did it say?
the humble. What was it, Ulises?
What was it?
Oh, you got to hear it. Now you got to read it out loud.
Okay. Who told you weren't good in the beginning?
Because the thing is, there's musicians
Or do you
out
have
there.
friends
Because there's musicians.
around you that
what
were
I did is
clowning
I
you?
always hung out with guys that were really, really
Like Tony.
good. Yeah, there's a lot of musicians out there that I've hung out since I started that are really good. And I was always like the one that was like kind of the
Like in the
crappiest.
background,
Yeah,
like-
the crappiest. And
In the music video, you'd be like half your face would be in the video, like you wouldn't even show
no,
up.
I'm saying like just as a musician, like I always involved myself with musicians that are really, really good. So that's how I got better, you know.
Is this the one? Gracias, mamá, por hacerme guapo, amable, educado y chistosón.
No, that's not the one. It's the one
That's a good
before
one,
that.
though. I like that. The one before this one?
What is it? What
Uh,
Son esas cosas de humildad. Yo me junto solo con gente que se quiere ver.
okay.
Yeah,
I
yep,
see
yep.
that one. Hey, that one got a lot of likes.
yeah.
A huevo, mijo. What did they say?
That was Elise's dad, actually. Leo.
Yeah, so you get a lot of activity on this, bro. Man. Bro, this is the way to high production right here, man. I'm gonna start doing this. Okay, well, what's the
So with music, just going back a little bit.
yeah.
I played in like 4 bands that I've made within the years. you
Okay.
know. And right now we have a little group called Alta Jerarquía.
Shout out Alta Jerarquía. Are
Yeah.
they on Facebook?
We are on
Instagram?
Facebook, we're on Instagram. We're going to be at the festival this Saturday.
Nice.
At the Fiesta in the Bicentennial.
Yes, in Bicentennial Park. That's
Bicentennial.
happening Saturday.
Correct.
So now I have to post this before Saturday. So thank you for
Okay,
that pressure.
okay. Put in that work, bro.
No, it's all good. Yeah, you're gonna be performing in front of everybody. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Crowd size, is that gonna be one of the biggest, or what's the biggest?
You know what? One of the biggest ones that I played in was the Cicero Fest.
Cicero Fest.
Yeah, that one was pretty cool.
yeah,
that one gets big.
That gets lit.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest pressure? Getting 4 leads at the same time, and you're like 30 minutes from having to leave an appointment and try to get them all in, or
I think
playing in
that-
front of like 20,000 people.
I think that's more pressure.
The leads.
The leads, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I've been in that boat, and I'm like,
Because one of the things that with music is just I've been doing it for such a long time.
Yeah.
We have a set ready, for
Yeah.
those type of events. And with these leads, it's like sometimes they need it like now. It's an emergency. Like sometimes they're like, hey, I need this emergency.
bro,
lead.
these referral partners, bro, sometimes get a little.
Yeah, cray.
I'm like, hello, bro, I just got it. Can I open my laptop, please? And then on a Sunday, they know the Cowboys play at 3:00, bro. You call me at 3:30.
Now I just promoted myself. Like, does your agent work on Sundays? And now, like, I'm gonna
That's a
have
good
people
one.
texting me on Sundays. But I'll do it for a while.
Yeah. Now, all right, realistically, though, now that you're a couple months into your own agency, you're
Yeah.
growing your team like crazy. Where does music fall into this? Is it something you'll continue on the side?
You know
Is
what?
it-
I'm gonna continue until I can.
Okay.
If it becomes too much of an overload,
Okay.
I will probably step back from it, because it could be a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, we have the crazy night hours as a musician, and you need to be rejuvenated by Monday sometimes.
Yep.
And it's like, man, I'm exhausted because we just played Sunday.
Even if you're not like partying, even if you're not drinking or
no.
boroteo, just the fact that
Honestly,
you're out that late.
I probably don't drink that much anymore.
Yeah.
Like very little, just so
neither.
the client can feel like I want to have a good time with them as well.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're forced at some point.
Bro, they hand you drinks on stage.
Everything.
Even at our like professional, events that I've seen you at, they're like shots coming your way, beers, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, you've never been to that restaurant that we play at It's on Jefferson Street. What's the name?
El Pulpo?
Pulpo.
Shout out Pulpo.
Shout out to Pulpo. When we would play there, bro, it was like shot after shot, shot after shot. Ulises has been to those events.
Man, I don't get it. I don't get invited to
Ulises
those. I gotta come to those just to watch because I don't partake.
It's fun, bro. It's fun, but it could be exhausting too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully you kind of keep doing because I mean, passion is passion, bro. Like, I don't know. We've had conversations. I don't think you could completely let it go.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Even when I decide to not gig anymore, like I'll be thinking about music.
Yeah.
Or starting some kind of weird project. Like my daughters now, both of them, they love singing. And like if you ask them, like, what do you want to be when you're older? Like I kind of don't want them to be musicians.
Because you've been in that world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want them to do something else.
Like go to
and
go
they're
to
like,
college,
no, Dad, I
please.
want to be a singer. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And now
well,
but
maybe
I gotta,
you could be like a manager in the future.
I gotta be like a manager, so I don't think I'll ever.
That'd be good.
stop. Yeah.
Interesting. I never thought of that. Yeah, that's a good segue into
And they're set on it.
not doing that.
They're set.
Really?
On it. They're set on it.
What's do they see you play? I assume they see you play. They see all
me
that
play.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why. Are you a better singer than your wife?
Then my wife.
Yeah.
I've never heard my wife sing.
What?
Never. I've tried to get her to sing, but she's just shy. Just shy.
Man, we gotta next show you perform. Get her on stage,
I know.
or at least the karaoke stuff.
You know what? Actually, I've heard her sing the
But
last
like-
couple days with Las Jilguerillas. I did.
Oh, shout out to them.
Yeah, it's Elsa, it's Cynthia,
Yeah.
it's Jessica,
Mm-hmm.
and then my wife's been hanging out with them. So I just see them videos like singing out loud.
And you're like, the years I've been with you.
I've never seen Jaylene sing.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, Jaylene, we gotta. Maybe it's a hidden talent, bro.
Maybe it's a hidden talent.
Maybe
This whole
you-
time I thought
you take it on
I
the
was
road.
a talented one.
Maybe she
It
kinda-
turns out my wife is better than me.
I can see that. I can see that happening. Yeah. So usually, man, towards the end here, we always like to do like, within the community, there's always a lot of things, maybe non-real estate related to
Okay.
whether they're like, I know you shouted out one, and you have, I'm sure you have a lot of places of business that give you a lot of gigs and opportunities,
Yeah.
things like that. Anyone specifically that people in the area should know, should patronize, should go visit?
Like a restaurant?
Yeah, a restaurant could be a restaurant, could be, someone's business or whoever
El Pulpo's good.
around the area.
We play in El Vallartazo too.
That was good.
Yeah, that's a really good restaurant. I'm trying to think what other restaurants in Joliet. Honestly, those are the two main ones.
Yeah.
We go play in Romeville too in El Costeño. That one's really
Costeño
good.
in Romeville?
Yeah, Costeño
Okay.
and Romeville. But we play a lot in the Chicago area mostly.
Oh, you're in the city as well?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay.
But those are the ones I would visit for sure.
I got a appreciation event coming up, so I'll be hitting you up.
Okay.
And then you also have you have a lot of events coming up, right? Anything you want to plug? Or I know you mentioned the Fiesta in the Bicentennial Park. You'll be there. Do you have a time slot? What times you'll be playing
Yeah,
there?
we're playing from 5 to 6, so it's going to be in the evening for sure.
5 to 6. Okay. Any other gig you want to invite people to come? visit
Right
you
now,
at?
we're not doing a lot of public ones. It's
Okay.
more private parties. But the biggest one right now is the Bicentennial.
Fiesta Bicentennial. Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, get your tickets. We have. Do you have some in your office that we can pick up?
I don't have any.
Okay. Actually, you're probably my closest connection here to Joliet office-wise.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this now, I will post this before Friday. So
Yeah.
Fiesta en la Calle, Fiesta en Bicentennial Park, this Saturday. Doors open at 3. Doors open at 3 o'clock, and we go till like 11 or 12. So if you guys want tickets, visit Rudy's office. I'll drop mine off to you. I'll make you do the work,
Yeah,
so you can
I'm
pick
down.
them up. Can you give them your address? What's the
Yeah,
address?
so you can find it's a little bit hidden because it's a suite, but it's 33 Hames Avenue,
Yeah,
Suite 102 in Joliet, Illinois.
cool, awesome. Yeah, and can't wait to see everybody there. It's one of the biggest parties of the year, not only for Joliet but our organization LEDA, which is a huge part of Joliet. They give back in such a huge way to business owners of all kinds. So please come out and support. We'd love to have you there. Rudy, it's been a freaking
Thank you,
pleasure.
bro.
If you ever need someone to, at least in the background, I don't have to play or sing. Just kind of have me
got
up
you, bro.
there,
You can
tag
contact
me.
again, yeah.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming on, man. I wish you
brother.
nothing but the best.
Thank you.
I don't even think you need luck or anything because the hard work and ethic that you put into it, bro.
Thank you, brother.
We see it, and you're gonna accomplish what you set out to do.
No, I
so.
appreciate the invite, and again, like I said the other day, I love you guys. You guys are the best. My whole
appreciate
team.
it, man.
Yep.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for
See
coming
ya.
on. Appreciate you. And that is another episode of the final walkthrough. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.